Your tired soil isn't dead. It's starving for the right biological spark, and stinging nettle delivers that spark as a fast-acting nitrogen surge that flips the switch on growth almost overnight. When you ferment these wild, stinging leaves into a dark, living tea, you bypass the long wait of composting and deliver nutrients in a form plants and microbes can use immediately, triggering a visible transformation from pale, sluggish growth to deep green vitality. Across many gardens today, soil exhaustion is becoming the silent yield killer, driven by erratic weather, repeated planting cycles, and the gradual loss of organic matter. You see it in yellowing leaves, slow growth, and plants that never quite reach their potential. Yet right on the edges of these struggling systems, nettles often grow aggressively, dark green and full of life. That contrast tells a deeper story. Nettle is not just a weed, it's a nutrient accumulator, mining nitrogen and trace minerals from deep layers of soil and locking them into its tissues. Unlike synthetic fertilizers that offer isolated nutrients, nettle holds a complete biological package, nitrogen bound with micronutrients like iron, magnesium, and calcium, that plants recognize and respond to instantly. Fermentation is where the real magic happens. When nettle leaves are submerged in water, microbial activity begins breaking down tough plant cell walls, releasing nitrogen and minerals into a soluble, bioavailable form. This process is far faster than traditional composting, which can take months to fully stabilize nutrients. In contrast, nettle tea becomes a liquid nutrient concentrate within weeks, ready to be absorbed directly through roots or leaves. For plants in peak growth phases, especially in mid-season when nitrogen demand spikes, this immediate availability can mean the difference between stagnation and explosive development. Compared to expensive organic inputs on the market, nettle tea delivers equal or greater potency at essentially zero cost, making it one of the most efficient fertility tools available. Harvesting nettles requires respect. Gloves and long sleeves protect against the sting, but that sting itself is a sign of potency. Young, vibrant tops are ideal, packed with the highest nutrient density. Once collected, the leaves are packed into a container and covered with water, preferably rainwater, which is free from chlorine and better supports microbial life. As the mixture sits, it begins to ferment, releasing a strong, earthy odor that signals active decomposition and nutrient release. Stirring occasionally introduces oxygen and keeps the process balanced, ensuring a rich, stable brew rather than a stagnant one. Over time, the liquid darkens into a dense, nutrient-rich extract that carries both the energy of the plant and the activity of beneficial microbes. This concentrate is powerful, and dilution is key to unlocking its benefits without overwhelming plants. When mixed properly with water, it becomes a gentle yet highly effective tonic that feeds both plants and the soil ecosystem. Once applied, the effect goes beyond simple fertilization. The tea acts as a prebiotic, feeding dormant soil microbes and triggering a cascade of biological activity. As microbial populations surge, they unlock additional nutrients already present in the soil, amplifying the effect far beyond the initial application. Heavy feeding crops respond dramatically, pushing out vigorous growth, thicker stems, and richer leaf color in a matter of days. Repeated use of nettle tea does more than boost short-term growth, it rebuilds the soil from within. Root systems expand deeper and wider, organic matter begins to cycle more efficiently, and the soil gradually darkens as life returns. Instead of depending on purchased inputs, the system starts to sustain itself, driven by natural nutrient cycling and microbial balance. This is where the real power lies, not just in feeding plants, but in restoring the living engine beneath them. Stop spending money on fertility that fades and start harvesting the free energy growing at your feet. Subscribe to Timeless Humus Path for more timeless soil revival wisdom delivered weekly, and share this with anyone serious about growing food and healing land.